And really, I wanted to focus today's talk on how this technology is really changing and all the plethora of the different things that are available out there, where it's come from, and some of the things that are really, changing how society looks at wearable technology too. So the way we've changed wearable technology has really come to things that we've seen in Star Trek, Star Wars, science fiction, all these different novels and movies and television shows have come to life. So this is really, some of the things that you're starting to look at. So when you look at the growth of wearable technology, it's pretty amazing to see that in 2011 there was about 41 million different pieces of wearable technology being sold. So about 41 or 14 million different pieces, right? So things from watches to maybe fitness bands, things like that. Projected growth is 171 million in 2016. So you can see this technology growing as is. You're hearing about more things, more fitness bands, more watches, more smartwatches, more different devices to connect us to the world to make it easier. So probably one of the biggest areas right now of growth would be fitness market. So the fitness market, you have several different devices on that market, but you're looking at 61% of all devices in the wearable market are fitness or activity trackers. So you have all kinds of different things from Fitbit to all these different markets, and we'll talk about a couple of them. But fitness has really been the growth because people are wondering and wanting to track what they're doing, the activities that are happening, and just make it part of their life, and they don't have to worry about it. They don't have to get the pedometer out and count and see how many steps they're taking and things like that. So it's being more productive. Fitbit has been around for a while as a device, and now also a wearable as a wrist one with Fitbit Flex. You also have Nike Fuel. Nike Fuel has been one of those that's on the market. Really, Nike's trying to push that, push the platform. They have great apps that are already built into the phone, built in for running and different sports and that, so they're trying to gain some traction with that. Another one is Jawbone. Jawbone you probably know from speakers. You might know from speakers or Bluetooth headsets. They came out with also a wearable that's the Jawbone Up, and that's a simple device. And it's really built on, a lot of these are built on just being part of your life, right? And being also fashionable. And that would be another key of a lot of wearables that you have to be able to wear them. You have to be able to just go out and use them and be active with them. Another one that I like, I've had for a couple weeks now, is called Basis. Now, Basis is similar to a watch in style, and it connects to your phone via Bluetooth, so to upload the information. In a lot of these track more than just steps. So you think about, you're tracking steps and what's going on, how many steps you've taken, and that's important, right? To figure out you're trying to meet a goal and those type of things. But also, when you start looking at these, they're also tracking sleep. So that's another thing. Are you getting enough sleep? How much is deep sleep versus light sleep? And things like that. So it's tracking those. I like this one because it automatically switches that to that mode. You don't have to press a button and switch it. The Jawbone you have to actually switch over, and some of the other ones you have to tell that you're going to sleep or starting to go to sleep. It also tracks things like your heart rate, so it connects and tracks your heart rate. It also brings in a lot of different other data to be able to say how many calories you burned and things like that based on the heart rate and how many steps and if you're running or walking, those kind of things. And then another one that's in the market, Garmin's been around for a while with wearables. So it's probably one of the earliest wearable GPSs for runners and long-distance runners. So Garmin's really come on the market for those that are also triathletes and those that do different things, not just running. So Garmin's really come out there with a lot of different technology. And this is one of the simpler ones that is more like the ones you see now, not the big bulkier ones. So now you think about other kinds of things. So now they have fitness trackers for your dog. So one of the ones that was out there that was actually crowdfunded on Kickstarter was called FitMark. So I guess it's for those people that want to see how active their dog is and maybe make them more active if they're finding out they're not exercising enough or getting enough energy out there. So that was one of the interesting ones. Now you're starting to also see fabric, so things built in. Imagine athletes and that just have it built into the uniform they're wearing and tracking what's going on with their body, when they need a rest, when they are our best performers. Imagine pro athletes, that's a big thing, right? Like, how long do you keep someone out there on a court, a basketball court, before they need to rest and take them out to maximize their performance and make sure they're not too tired to go beyond or exert themselves to their hurt? So those are some of the things that you start thinking about. And then just for funny, the solar bikinis. So solar power, you have to power everything you have, right? You have watches, you have phones, you have all those kind of things. So if you think of this is one of those kind of things that you're seeing a lot more devices, though, have that, right? Jackets, they've built backpacks, they have solar panels on, cases, iPhone cases or other smartphone cases. So it's becoming, because people need power as they go places, as they have more devices and more things to connect with. So when you start looking at the healthcare market, by 2016, wearable wireless medical devices sales will reach more than 100 million devices annually, 2.9 billion in sales, almost half of that of all wearable technology. So if you think of what's going on with wearable technology, health is going to be a huge one. As you see things come out and become easier to connect. Things are becoming easier and easier and smaller as wireless devices and connectivity become smaller and smaller. So as you start thinking about some of these, this is one of those that it would be a sensor that could detect different things wrong with you. There's also, earlier on in the very first slide, I showed you a pair of contact lenses. Google has come out with a pair of contact lenses for those that are diabetic to read their glucose level via this contact lens. So those type of things are coming out and becoming easier and easier to connect with what's going on with people and what's happening. It also making it easier for healthcare systems, healthcare providers, to be able to get real-time data on what's going on with people instead of you having everyone hooked up in wires and connected into their bed. They can go about their normal business throughout the day and be able to check different things and check different levels or check where they're at and if they're okay.